And right now it's time for that time when we have our special guest. Tonight's special guest is Miss New Zealand, Mianette Broekman. This is an exciting time for Mianette. On the 17th of October, she is off to London to represent New Zealand at Miss World. A wonderful dream come true for this lovely 22-year-old. We welcome Mianette Broekman as our special guest on The Beat Goes On. Welcome to the show, Mianette. Sounds like a movie star, but you're not a movie star yet, but you are on the road to becoming well-known internationally because you're our representative for Miss World. And we've never had a Miss New Zealand on our show before, so we're honoured.
I feel very special. I'm honoured.
Now, the big thing is, on the 17th of October, which is only 14 days away, you're getting on the plane and you're heading for London for the Miss World. I
am. I still can't believe it. I don't think it's hit me yet that you are on your way to Miss World. You're representing your country and it's happening in 17 days. So I'm very excited. I'm a little bit nervous.
Well, let's start from the beginning. Beauty pageants, they've gone up and down, haven't they, in popularity?
Yeah, definitely.
And at one stage when I was a boy, when I was your age, they were huge.
Yeah, they were very big. Even when I was young, I remember growing up watching beauty pageants and seeing these beautiful angelic girls, and it's just
but then those awful feminists came along and they ruined it all.
Yeah, so, they ruined everything, and now we've got to struggle to get it back up again. I think it's misunderstood. I mean, I wasn't very interested in doing a pageant, believe it or not. But ever since it's happened, you know, I've been on this journey. It's not what it looks like. It's not as superficial. Only last night I had a fundraiser for my charity, which we've raised over $5,000.
Wow, yeah.
It goes much deeper than just pretty face. You've got to have some brains. You've got to have a beautiful heart.
Yes.
You know, and it almost makes you feel better about joining the superficial world. But in the same sense, it's not superficial at all, and we're not objectified. Yes, we're on stage in bikinis. Yes, it's about beauty, but it does go deeper than that. There was a lot of negative, you know, comments, and you've just got this stigma attached to beauty pageants that, oh, you know, it's superficial. The girls must be only pretty, nothing other than that. It's just beautiful face, but it's not. I mean, even the girls in my competition, my fellow contestants, they've all got degrees. That some of them are still studying, doing small business projects at the moment. So they're all very intelligent as well as beautiful, which I think is important. Now,
besides you being Miss New Zealand, what qualifications have you gone through with your scholastic career?
I actually want to do international law, so I've graduated with a degree in political science from the University in Auckland, majoring in international relations, and then that led me to enroll in law school at AUT, where I'm second year. So I'm 2 years off completing my bachelor's of law, and then I can fight children's rights worldwide. So being Miss New Zealand is a great platform to use your intellectual side and to use your brain and to go further than just beauty.
Now, what was the pathway that you were approached and yes, I will enter this contest, and what happened after that?
It's a very funny story, actually. Like I said, I wasn't really into beauty pageants. I loved watching it. I loved seeing the girls on stage. I used to absolutely idolize these girls that I grew up watching on TV. And for me to be one of those girls, I don't think I've still come to terms with it. But the organisers needed another girl, and so I joined a month later. And I thought, you know, let me take my dad, my rock, he's always there, go to the rehearsal, see if it's legit, see what it's about, see the organisers, you know, if I wanted to attach my name to an organisation like that. Yeah, so what made me decide were actually the girls in the pageant. They were all so lovely, and they weren't catty, they weren't mean, they didn't sabotage my gowns or anything, because I was a newcomer, you know, this girl coming late. But no, they were lovely, and I wouldn't have won the title if they didn't give me that advice that they did during the competition.
You heard your name called out. What did you feel?
Oh, I felt nothing. Your body just goes numb. I didn't expect it at all. All the girls were very beautiful, so I don't think anyone expects that they're going to win. When they called the top 5 firstly, I thought, what? I'm in the top 5. I couldn't believe it. That, you know, it was amazing, but I wouldn't have thought I would be. And then when they called my name as Miss New Zealand 2011, I just went numb. I didn't cry. I had a few tears, but it was the most amazing feeling ever. And I didn't realise what was lying ahead for me. That
So now Mum and Dad
My
were in the
pageant.
audience, of
Yes,
course?
both my grandparents came from South Africa to watch me for the pageant. My dad was there, my mum was there, my sister was there, friends were there.
Wow.
Yeah, I had about 3 tables of 10.
Now, I hear the term, or the name, South Africa.
Born South Africa, bred in New Zealand, so it's a good
Okay.
combo. I've lived in New Zealand for 9 years.
So you're a Kiwi now.
I'm Kiwi, full-bred Kiwi.
And what's your thoughts and feelings about leaving South Africa and the political turmoil there, and of course coming to New Zealand?
Yeah.
What's your first impression of New Zealand when you got here?
I loved it. It's beautiful scenery. The people were very accepting of other cultures. I went into school not speaking much English. Afrikaans speaking as my first language.
Wow, you would never know, would you?
No, that's good to know.
Yeah,
Haven't got strong accent,
Yeah.
but I went to school. So, like I said, the girls were accepting. I went to a girls' school, and New Zealand is very accepting of other cultures. Very friendly nation, helpful nation. So I love New Zealand. I call it home. When I go back for holiday in South Africa, it's a holiday. You know, it's not home.
You've got a terrible problem coming up, the World Cup. Your worst
I
nightmare
wouldn't call it a problem. I mean, we're sitting in the winning country, so it's
Your
good.
worst nightmare is South Africa and the All Blacks playing. So
No, it's not a nightmare. I mean, there's always that little bit of something inside you. It's South Africa. You were born there. You always have that affiliation. But I mean, we've got to
You're a
support
Kiwi
the
now.
winning team, and this is my homeland.
yeah.
And the All Blacks are the best, so why not go for the best?
This Miss World has been going for 60 years, and this is the
Very
61st year, and you could be the winner. What are you feeling? Are you thinking about the consequences if you did win, or?
No, I'm not actually. I think I've got so much to do in the next 17 days that's taking my mind off the stress and the anxiousness of, and the realization of where I'm going and what I'm doing, and just the width and the breadth of the competition. There'll be 120 girls, which is the most girls that have ever competed.
120 girls.
120 girls from
Gosh.
all over the world.
Can I come?
Competing, definitely. I would love you to come. Anyone can come. The more the merrier.
120 girls, wow.
It's always really good having
Yeah.
a really good support in the crowd.
What sort of preparation do you have to get to Miss World? I mean, you've got gowns,
Lots.
etc., etc. I mean, it's...
I do. It's
Yeah.
a lot of preparation. It's very exciting, but it's hard work. It takes dedication, and it's very expensive to do a pageant and even to go to Miss World.
Yes.
So I'm taking about 18 gowns.
18 gowns.
18 gowns. So I've
Yeah.
spent a lot of my time doing fittings,
Yeah.
and I'm taking 12 cocktail dresses. yeah. Yeah. So and
So you got to
lots-
get. Are you buying these, or they're being made, or?
Yeah, I've got a sponsor, Sarah Horton, sponsoring me, but it is quite difficult to get sponsors in New Zealand because of the negative stigma that have been attached to pageants. We're slowly getting back up there again. We're
Yeah.
building up Miss New Zealand in New Zealand. It's such a great organisation,
Yes.
and I'm glad that I could assist in that. But it is quite difficult to get sponsors behind you and to actually fund those gowns, because it's very expensive. But I've been lucky and I've had people help me out. Kiri Nathan, she's a contemporary Māori designer, and she's doing my national costume, so I've been extremely privileged to get her on board. Her stuff's quite dear, and she's sponsoring me everything. Sarah Horton, doing a lot of my evening gowns. My hairdresser, I spend a lot of time at hairdressers, believe it or not. You know, there's got to be a little bit of beauty and superficiality in pageants, so great lengths, and Roger's hair design always take care of my hair for events and all that type of thing, make me look good. So I've been very lucky, and I just like to thank them all. And my family have been there from day one. I'm going with Malaysian Airlines.
Oh, okay.
And I'm actually taking about 5 bags with me, baggage allowance, so fitting all my stuff in there.
Will you get an indication how you're going at any stage, or is
Well,
it right down to the wire?
There's a final night, which is on the
Yeah.
6th of November, but there's preliminary competitions during the time that we're there, which is just over 3 weeks. So there'll be the swimsuit, we'll have interviews with the judges, there'll be media around us, so they'll get to know us over a period of 3 weeks, but they'll never tell you you're guaranteed in the top 5 for the final night. So I think you get a feel of how you're going though, but I mean, you won't know until the final night, so it's all very daunting,
I've got a
exciting.
very, very strong suspicion you're going to win this.
Oh, that's very nice of
I've got a
you.
strong suspicion.
I hope so.
And look, thanks for coming in to talk to us today.
No, thank you very much for having me. I feel
And
very
it's such a
honoured.
change from having all us baby boomers on the program, having a
it's
young,
good.
lovely woman on the program.
Oh, thank you very much.
Well, best of luck. And of course, now, when you get back, that's the 6th of November, we'll find out whether you are Miss World. But would you come back on the program and tell us what was
I would love to. If you'll
We'll love
have
to
me,
see
I'm
you.
here. Hopefully with a new crown.
Yes, bring the crown in.
Yeah, okay. I will.
Yes, your mission, should you accept it, is to bring that crown back to the
I'll
Beat
try
Goes
my
On.
best.
Best of luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.